The second wave of coronavirus gripped the country and caused large-scale devastation and deaths. While we aren't yet out of the clear, there are countless reports of an upcoming third wave of COVID, which could be just as intense and impose pressure on the healthcare resources. While the discovery of a mutation to the Delta variant, the Delta Plus variant is already beginning to spread across states. So now the question remains, where do we go from here onwards?
So the first thing, we know that several mathematical models, the Sutra model, the IIT Kanpur model, and then there are a couple of other models by Professor Vidyasagar from South, who have actually predicted the way the waves come across. But what seems to be the pattern is that between the two waves, the gap seems to be between 100 to 120 days. That seems to be the gap between the two waves since the beginning. And this is not just India, this is looking at models across the world. However, some of them have not gone as per the model. For example, the third wave in UK, which is currently seeing a rise in the cases right now, the gap between the two waves was only 6 or 7 weeks, not the 100 days. So I think we need to understand that we have to be prepared for a wave if at all it comes in a shorter span of time. So get your preparation done as quickly as we can so that we don't get caught off like what we actually had in the first wave, the second wave, beg your pardon.
So while there is no accurate way to predict or forecast the trajectory of a future viral wave, we need to follow all precautions. We need to continue to follow the COVID-appropriate behavior, get vaccinated, follow social distancing and wear our masks. Although there are still many questions looming in the minds of the people. So in this video, we're going to answer that for you. So the first one is that will the third wave of COVID-19 may hit later than expected? So while there is usually a time gap of 12 to 15 weeks between two waves in an epidemic, it was previously believed that the second wave of coronavirus, which peaked during the initial weeks of May, would be shortly followed by the third wave of the virus around the months of August to September. However, multiple studies and sero surveys conducted across states in India are now pointing at a delayed outlook.
I think we all wish that way. Prepare for the worst and work for the best. If we keep our COVID appropriate behavior on, if we are able to ramp up the vaccination to say 10 lakh vaccines a day across the country, I think in the next 3 to 4 months, if we have a solid vaccination program running, we will have people who had vaccine antibodies, plus we'll have people who had COVID antibodies because of the natural antibody production after a disease. And we'll be able to bring down our numbers to such a point in the third wave that it will probably be even smaller than the second wave. But if we don't adhere to it, if we start unlocking, if we start going out, if we start having COVID appropriate behavior go down the drain, then the third wave will be as big as the second wave or even bigger than that. So it's completely in our hands what we have to do.
So even so, the time gap and the gradual fall in cases that we are seeing right now should be a lesson for us to not be complacent in our approach and follow all preventive practices. While there's another thing that has been in the debate recently, that is, will children be affected in higher numbers? So to tell you, the second wave of coronavirus did saw many pediatric cases of COVID-19 come forward and cause infections amongst children. While the manner of infections and the rise in cases made many believe that after senior citizens, younger, healthy people, the next wave would be much detrimental for kids. However, it not be the case as there is no scientific proof to support the same. So as per expert, the third wave being dangerous for kids or affecting them in larger numbers does not have any scientific backing yet and is based completely on speculative matters. In fact, doctors have also repeatedly stressed on the fact that kids who do end up catching COVID-19 do get milder forms of the disease, recuperate early and have better recovery odds.
That why are the children going to be infected more than the adults is because one, we know that they were the ones who were completely protected in the first wave because there was complete strict lockdown. They were not stepping out of the house, schools were closed. Parents obviously are very, very protective about the children, very rightly so. Second wave, we saw a few children getting infected because they were going out to play. Some of the schools had started and there was some social interaction in the kids which was seen. Now third wave, because vaccination has absolutely not taken place in children, and they may be still having now schools and everything open up, there is a risk that they may actually get infected more than what we have seen before. However, that percentage will be very, very small. I don't think the percentage will be will be big. Now, coming up to the point that will we get a third wave at all? So while we have prepared ourselves for the third wave to come as short as we can, as much as we can for the kids, it is completely in our hands to actually see that the third wave just does not come and it just becomes completely inconsequential.
And now the question of the year. Will the third wave of COVID be stronger and more dangerous? So to tell you, the early studies have shown that the Delta Plus variant also spreads more easily, binds easier to lung receptors, and could be resistant to monoclonal antibody therapies. While the mannerism of the third wave of coronavirus heavily depends on the coverage of vaccination and the exposure rates. While having said that, the intensity or danger of a contagious wave is not something that can be predicted. So we need to practice all COVID measures to fight the coming wave. For more information, do log into India.com and do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.